top 150. We're about 300 points away from number 1, which is at 2458 right now. We're going to go ahead and get some more ladder games, and hopefully we have what it takes to move up the ladder. We do want to cross 2200. I don't know if 2250 is realistic or not, but we'll try and cross 2250 as well. Alright, we get a game, not a great lead matchup, because mainly we'll get flinched down, right? The problem is I don't have a flying resist. I do have Lati, which can calm mind, but I risk Thunder Wave Togekiss, for example, right? Escavalier, same issue. If I switch in, all I do is get flinched down. Should I go to Cobalion? I can't get flinched, and I can flinch myself with Iron Head. But Cobalion is such a good sweeper. Do I want to do it so early? Do I Poltergeist? How much does Poltergeist even do? I could go for one Poltergeist just to get really good damage off, but it's tricky. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Let's try. Ooh, should I go Cobalion? Cobalion. Should I go Cobalion immediately, or should I go for the Poltergeist here? Very tricky. I am going to go for it because this could also be Choice Scarf Air Slash, in which case Cobalion wouldn't help. We'll just Poltergeist here. Okay, do we get flinched? Okay, great. Great start. 64. Really good start. Heavy duty boot, so it's our Cobalion is faster. Let's go to it immediately. I'm tricky. I don't want them to Thunder Wave here. I don't know if they're going to do it again. The reason I like Cobalion is because it also covers the normal type if it comes in. So I'm going to go to it. We have Lum for the Lum for the Thunder Wave. And we can outspeed if they go for the flinch here. Are they going for the flinch? They go for the Roost. Okay, we can Iron Head. Okay. Can have Fire Blast. We do have to be careful, but we are going to Iron Head for damage. Okay, into the Musharana. That is a counter to Cobalion. Unfortunately, we have a lot of Musharana switch-ins. Do we go to Spiritomb or Escavalier? This does have Moonblast, so we'll go to Escavalier. I think it's likely going to Thunder Wave. Psychic, that is great. Now we're in position. Escavalier is a Dynamax candidate because of how good it is, but I don't know if they have a Fire type or not. So for now, I'm just going to Iron Head. Say, they do have a Fire type, okay. Don't burn me. We get burnt, unfortunate. Now, we kind of don't handle Volcarona well. We only have a Rayquaza. So, Escavalier is going to be used defensively now for Musharana because offensively, it's not going to be able to do much. But there is value in keeping it for Musharana. So, Volcarona will very likely Quiver Dance here. We'll go to Rayquaza on the Quiver. Please don't Fire Blast. Roost, okay. So, we do threaten a... Ooh, weird Swords Dance too. Should we SD and go for a win? Oh, ooh, it has Ice Beam. Unfortunate. Imagine if we Dragon Ascended on that. Crazy. Okay. Ice Beam coming in. We don't... Oh, imagine if I Dragon Ascended that. So, Rayquaza looks like it could be a match winner, right? So, Ice Beam coming in. We don't really have a good... we don't have a great switch into Pheromosa here. Does Extreme Speed KO? Ooh, Extreme Speed is likely to KO. Should I Extreme Speed? But if I Extreme Speed, I risk the Pheromosa Dynamaxing here. I'm gonna do it. Okay, KO. There we go. Rayquaza will win. I'm really confident Rayquaza will win. That is it. Okay, you go to Roserade. We don't have a Lumberry, unfortunately. We don't have a Lumberry. That is the main problem. Let's Sleep Fodder Scyther, maybe? No, Scyther is good. We don't want to fodder that. We can Sleep Fodder. Even Banded Poltergeist is good. Even Lati is good. Nothing wants to be Sleep Foddered. If we had to pick, I would want to fodder Scyther because we do have another flying type. So we'll go a fodder Scyther here. Sludge Bomb, interesting. We do outspeed. We'll be able to U-turn. Actually, we don't even need to... Do we need to U-turn? Let's U-turn. Yeah. So, Rayquaza is looking like a match winner. No switch-in from what we can tell right now. We can even Roost, honestly. We can Roost even. Let's Roost. Keep our health up. Rayquaza is going to win our game. We do Roost. We have the U-turn. We do have Escavalier. Critical hit is nice. We go to Escavalier. Is it Psychic? Okay. Let's go to Scyther to predict Volcarona or predict a Moonlight. It'll work for either of them. There's no way Musharana Thunder Waves here. I think that's too aggressive. And even if they do Thunder Wave, we can U-turn. Thunder Wave isn't a bad play, honestly, if you're trying to sacrifice Musharana for Volcarona to come in. So Thunder Waving does make sense. Okay. There we go. Dual wing beat. We are faster, and we've put ourselves in a good position so far. Musharana, that should die. That should die, right? There we go. Okay. Articuno, very tricky. So, honestly, not too bad because we do have the Spiritomb here. And we have Calm Mind Lati as well. Let's U-turn. Into Lati, right? We can Calm Mind here, and I think... Oh, does this run Psyshock? It doesn't. Okay. Let's drop a Draco. 91. Now we Psyshock. There we go, yeah. Volcarona comes in, but we have our Dynamax Rayquaza, which can finish this guy off. Yeah. There we go. Volcarona will Dynamax too, but I think Rayquaza has a type advantage. Everything's going good for it. Yeah, exactly. We win that game. We move up into 2200s. Relatively easy first game. Not a lot of trouble in game 1. Okay. Sableye into Noivern. I love Sableye. We do have Toxic and Willow, which is really great. Will Choice Specs knock us out? Oh, what if it's Switcheroo too? It could be Switcheroo, or it could drop a Draco. So we do have to be careful. Inteleon is a great random battles Pokemon. Focus Energy and Dynamaxing it is great. Zamazenta is not good. Noivern even outspeeds Zamazenta. We do have Mewtwo, which is great. It's not the Recover set, which is I really like, but any Mewtwo is good. Even Dreadnought is good if it can Dynamax. What do we do versus a Noivern? I think it's worth it to Toxic the Noivern, or we could sacrifice Zamazenta. I think it's worth it to Toxic Noivern here. Zarude, okay. We do have Zamazenta, the counter. Okay. Should we Wild Charge in? I feel like Noivern is coming in right now. Should we go Nidoking maybe? I feel like you always go Noivern here. Let's go Nidoking to predict Noivern. You go to Golurk, interesting. We don't need to get damage. We don't have an Earthquake switch in, unfortunately. Should we Ice Beam for chip damage? Dreadnought outspeeds naturally. I think we can go for chip damage. It'll make it easier for Zamazenta. Yeah, and Nidoking is outsped by Noivern, outsped by Zarude. We'll definitely trade Nidoking for chip damage. Should we substitute Stall to get Life Orb damage on Golurk? That could be a good idea too. Yeah, how much do we need for that to work? So Ice Beam does around 75 to Nidoking. We can substitute again. And again. I'm scared of maybe Infiltrator... I'm scared of Infiltrator Noivern. But would they really risk it? Going Noivern on Nidoking? They're taking some time to think about it, so I'm thinking they might be risking it right now, but... I'm going to Ice Beam, making the predict. Worst case scenario, we both die. Best case scenario, I get the Noivern. We get the Skarmory, okay. 46, that's good. Oh, we can't freeze because of Sheer Force, so it will be able to stall us out like that. This doesn't get Toxic. I can go to... Inteleon is my match winner. Most of his team is weak to the Inteleon. Do I go to Mewtwo? Mewtwo is also a match winner if I can Dynamax at the right time. Let's go to Inteleon here. You do Roost. We are going to be able to surf here. We can even Ice Beam, right? We can Ice Beam too. Crit and Freeze Chance also hits Zarude and Noivern. 35. Whirlwind into Zamazenta. Unfortunate. We will go Inteleon. Wild Charge is not worth it. There we go. That's why we did it. Surf coming in. I wonder if Golurk lives. There's no way, right? Skarmory gone. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I think I do have a good matchup, but I do have to be extremely careful about Zarude. Oh, they have a Kyurem Black. We don't know if it's heavy-duty boots or not. Oh, can Zamazenta take it on? Oh my god. I always say bad things about Zamazenta, but it always comes through. Kyurem Black, right? Outrage would do 51 to 61. We can go Zamazenta. Crazy. We can go Zamazenta. Oh, what if it... Oh, no, I'm not too scared of Golurk because I do have Willow on Sableye. Oh, it's Dynamaxing here. Interesting. That is great. Zamazenta is not only taking the hit, but it's stalling out turns as well. Okay? Now we have a decision to make. How do we handle the Kyurem? We will have to defensive Dynamax here. The question is, how do we do it? I'm thinking one way to handle it is Dynamaxing Dreadnought, because we can get the Swift Swim boost to outspeed Kyurem. Okay? Okay, now we can max Knuckle. Can we max Knuckle? We might have to Rockfall. We will have to Rockfall, unfortunately. Into the Golurk, we can Geyser now. That is not a good decision, because you're letting me get my Rain back up. I will be able to max Geyser here. I think you probably should have sacrificed Kyurem. Okay? We can Superpower the Kyurem here, and that'll be great for Mewtwo. Mewtwo does outspeed Zarude. You Power Whip, I'm okay with that. We do have Inteleon. We can Ice Beam the Zarude here. We do have to be a little careful about Kyurem. You sacrifice Golurk. You probably go to Kyurem Black here, right? How much does Scope Lens do? So one stage, that's not meaningful. So we can, how much does Surf do in the rain? We might, ooh, but I don't want to go for the flinch, do I? I have a flinch chance and I have a crit chance. Mewtwo can live any one hit, right? So do I go Mewtwo immediately or do I go Sableye? If I go Sableye, I can Willow. But I do risk the outcome. I do risk the outcome of Lumberry Kyurem. Let's do some calcs real quick. So Kyurem's Outrage can one-hit KO Mewtwo, so I do definitely think Sableye is our best option. Okay? You Dragon Dance, we will Willow here. Hopefully you don't go to Zarude. Willow, is it Lum? It is not Lum. That's great. We deal with the threat. Yeah, that's great. Recover. I assume you would... I don't know what to assume. I think you would always Power Whip or you would Jungle Healing. So we can go Mewtwo. I don't think you Darkest Lariat here, do you? Okay? You do Jungle Heal. We get our Life Orb Fire Blast on you. That is good damage for Inteleon later. Yeah. And that, okay, Fire Blast, KO, great. Mewtwo. Mewtwo is great. Now, we'll find out. Can the last Pokemon deal with what we have? You go to Noivern, which probably tells me the answer is no. Should we Scythe Strike? We dodge Hurricane. Great. It's Roost, okay. We can go to Sableye then to Toxic. We haven't revealed... We did reveal Toxic, okay. We can Toxic here. Okay, great. We get hit by Hurricane. Do I want to risk it? I don't. We'll sacrifice Nidoking. I don't want to risk the confusion here. Ice Beam, right? Yeah. We get knocked out, but then we can go to Sableye again. We have Willow and Toxic for whatever the last Pokemon could be. We have Willow and Toxic for whatever the last Pokemon could be. And it's a Pokemon with guts. Are you kidding me? Oh, we prepared for every possible outcome except for a Pokemon with guts. Okay. So we can knock off the item. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. We do knock off the item. I think all of its attacking moves have recoil. So we do win. We do win. Because every attacking move has recoil. Wild Charge will eventually lose. That is great. I thought we almost choked it, but it worked out. 22-27. Let's get one more game. Okay. We start off the game with a good matchup because we can Willow turn 1. We do have Hitmontop, which can Rapid Spin, Aggro, and Stealth Rock. We would want to do that because we need it for Drifblim. Marshadow is great. Aromatisse, kind of good. I do like Aromatisse in general. Calm Mind and Wish is good. Nidoking could be decent. I think we definitely Willow with turn 1 here. Oh, they have a Flash Fire Pokemon. Oh, it's not Flash Fire, it's Flame Body. That's good. Okay. We don't have a Fire-type switch-in, and Rapidash gets Swords Dance. So, what we can do is... Oh, but Marshadow is slower. I thought we could Spectral Thief it. This is tricky. This is definitely tricky now. We might have to... Well, this is definitely tricky because ideally I want to get hit by Flare Blitz and then Pain Split. But we don't have anything for Rapidash. Let's go to Nidoking on a Swords Dance. Okay, no Swords Dance. We can go to... What do we go? Should we defensive Dynamax right now? It's a crazy play, right? To Dynamax so early. But is it worth it to remove Rapidash, which counters my team, basically? I don't want to do it too early. I think maybe it might not have Swords Dance. Okay. Let's Wish. Okay, no Swords Dance. That is great. We can go to Hitmontop now. Now we can Rapid Spin. If they have a Ghost type, I will be mad. Okay, good. 252, we outspeed. So we can Triple Axle. I would love to Earthquake predicting Rapidash here. Should I do it? They should know I have Triple Axle, right? Let's Earthquake predicting Rapidash. That would be such a cool play to make. Because there we go. That is great. We got the predict right, and Hitmontop is looking like a threat. We remove Rapidash. Oh, they have a Kyogre. Kyogre is always a huge threat, but we are Assault Vest. So my question now is, do we Dynamax and go for the win? Because you're telling me Kyogre is your best Hitmontop switch-in. So can I beat that? I can beat that, right? Should I Dynamax here, basically? I'm gonna go for it. I think Dynamax is a good play to get our Max Knuckles in. We are faster than Emolga. There's no indication they have anything that can beat Hitmontop, okay? Calm Mind, that is great. We'll get another one off. Does it KO? It does. That is great. Hitmontop. Hitmontop to the top right now. Let's go. They forfeit. So we move up to 2252, and that is a really good episode. We moved really high up the ladder. And if you'd like to see more of this, make sure to let me know down in the comments below.